Welcome to the real life show, Living with a Chronic Illness. We are your hosts, Cassie and Chelsea. I'm Cassie, a single mom living with a chronic illness who is extremely passionate about living a full and happy life.
And I'm Chelsea, a mindset coach that has a passion for helping people learn to put themselves first and be the best version of themselves each and every day.
We came together to create Spoonies Unite, an uplifting community that offers resources, guidance, and support so you can live your best life while giving you the space to be yourself, be heard, and feel understood. We hope that by providing education from experts, we help Spoonies and their loved ones thrive.
This show is not only for those who live with a chronic illness, but their friends, family, spouses, and just anyone else existing on the earth. Our goal is to normalizing having a chronic illness by sharing the real stories with real people and show the world how relatable those everyday struggles can be. There's a little something in here for everyone.
And of course, thank you to our patrons for your continued support making this possible. If you love our show and want to get some extra goodies, go to patreon.com/TheRealSpooniesUnite. Enjoy the show.
Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Real Life Show, Living with a Chronic Illness. Today is day 12 of our series going through our energy management workbook. If you are just joining us right now, you might want to scroll back a few episodes, get all caught up, because we're not really going to catch you up on this episode. We're just diving right in. So yesterday on day 11, we were talking about how would close friends describe you? And today, we want you to reach out to some of your close friends or family members, you could do and ask them how they would describe you, what some words they would use. Call them, text them, send them an email, a message, whatever. But we want you to kind of see how not only you think that they would describe you, but how they actually would describe you. And then reflect on that. Did you learn anything about yourself based on how your friends described you? I know when we were going through this, I reached out to Cassie and I was like, how would you describe me? Because we're on that day. And I didn't write down the answers that you gave me. And I don't really feel like scrolling back through all of our text messages to find it. But I know that one thing that I wrote down was that you use different words than I would have. And so you made me kind of think about parts of myself that maybe didn't come
I feel like I probably
away.
put friendly, open, like open and approachable. I feel like I put that on there.
That sounds familiar.
Inspiring and motivating.
Yes, I actually think that is what you said.
I almost feel like that might have been exactly what I said.
That's very close.
Because if I talk about you to other people, I'm like, oh yeah, my partner Chelsea, she's all these things.
Oh,
yeah.
Thanks.
So that's what I would say. Yeah.
But so those were a little bit different than my cheery, optimistic, and hardworking. Same kind of general category of adjectives, but there's a little different. And so it made me just kind of think about other parts of myself and things that I do a little different. So what did you think about today's question, Cassie?
Yeah, it's a good one. I also, if you'd like to dive deeper into this is so funny. By the way, we did not plan on having other episodes for you to refer to dive deeper into these topics. It just happens to be that way, which just proves the genius level that we are for coming up with these questions. Because there's an episode in the beginning of season 1 where we are interviewing for a friend's perspective, and we interview my friend Jessica. And I learned so much about how she views me and how much some of my thoughts of how she viewed me were wrong. I was worried, that she saw me differently since I got my diagnosis, because she was a friend before my diagnosis, found out that was totally not true. So we really reach out to a friend and to say, I'm doing this workbook, I know I'm a nerd, but will you tell me how you would describe me? And, Chelsea, I wrote down what she described me as.
Cassie is smarter than me.
And she said I was smart. No, I'm just kidding. She said I was optimistic, caring, loving, and fun. And I was like, ooh, I like all those things. And so they were all different words than what I had put for myself. And it was a nice little like lift me up for the day. And I was like, oh, I really like those things. And I do hope that my friends see me that way. So it's a great exercise. Again, the purpose of week 2 and these questions is to help like reframe how you see yourself, how you're thinking about yourself. We often all get stuck in a cycle of like self-deprecation and like talking negatively or focusing on the negative things about ourselves or that we're not doing a good enough job at, or et cetera. And our point here is like, no, there's probably a ton of really great stuff that you're doing and other people around you see that. So I liked this question. I learned something.
And one thing I just realized when you were reading off what I had told you, how I would describe you, is I used optimistic as ways I think my friends would describe me, and I described you as optimistic. So it's just kind of a good reminder that everyone will view you with kind of their own coloring of their own experience.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So kind of keep that in mind too, especially if you get a word where you're like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, again, take it with a grain of salt. Like just because someone says that they would describe you a certain way doesn't necessarily mean that that's true to the authentic version of you. It's just what they see in you. But yeah, food for thought.
Yeah, if they call you a biatch, be like, yeah, I own that shit. I don't put up with crap from anybody.
Truth.
Okay, sweet. Well, we hope that you enjoyed day 12. And we will talk to you day 13.
Whoop, whoop.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please write us a review to help us reach more people like you.
If you'd like to connect with Cassie and I, you can find us on Instagram at The Real Spoonies Unite. You can also join our private Facebook community, Spoonies Unite, or you can visit our website, therealspooniesunite.com, for all sorts of resources and to stay up to date with our current projects. And don't worry, you can find all of these links in the show notes below.
Thank you to our wonderful Spoonie patrons for all your support, and you can become one too. That's right. All you have to do is go on over to patreon.com/therealspooniesunite, and you can get all sorts of extra goodies like videos of our episodes and more.
Any support is greatly appreciated. It helps enable us to create more content for all of you, as well as make this podcast sound better and better. Thanks for listening. We can't wait to be back in your ears soon.